Miles Tails Prower. He's Sonic's best two-tailed friend, and personally, my most favorite video game character of all time, in case it wasn't obvious. But from his inception in Sonic 2 to his appearance in Sonic's multiple animated series, he played a large but humble role in the franchise today as we know it. A lot of people like him as a character, while others see him as a stowaway add-on. But how did we get Tails? Where did he come from? And why does he exist to start with? Did Sonic really need a sidekick? I'll answer those questions and more on my very first episode of FurryTales. And hi everyone, my name is Stormi the Folf, and this is hopefully the start of my new FurryTales series. In it, I'll hopefully talk about the stories behind various popular types of anthropomorphic characters like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, various corporate mascots, and so on. If you have any suggestions for future FurryTales episodes, definitely let me know in the comments below. But for now, I shall tell a tale of tales. A Tails tale. Miles Tails Prower. It's safe to say most of us are pretty familiar with this two-tailed orange, yellow, brown, red fox? Look, can y'all just pick a color already? If you've only seen the recent installments of the Sonic franchise, you may not know that all the characters used to look quite different from their modern day appearances, including Tails. For example, if you compare the Tails in the Archie comics to that of modern Tails, they almost look like completely different characters. Tails' design and base color has changed numerous times over the years, switching from brown to a red-orange and to a yellow. But did you know that we almost got a completely different animal? Here's what the creator of Sonic, Yuji Naka, had to say about Tails' earliest days. At the beginning of the Sonic 2 development, Tails was actually a tanuki, a Japanese raccoon dog. He was modeled after a UFO catcher plushie, but it just looked clumsy. We tried to come up with something cuter, and Yasushi Yamaguchi created a fox design that became the basis for Tails. To give him more personality, we added two tails. It's hard to think of Tails as a one-tailed raccoon, but it could have happened. Just imagine how different all of his appearances would have been. Tails' first released character design was actually the result of an internal contest at Sonic Team. Entries for the contest had to come up with a sidekick for Sonic to star in the sequel to his first game. The contest's requirements noted that the character needed to have a deep admiration for Sonic. Unfortunately, I wasn't available at the time. The addition of a sidekick only made sense given the exploding popularity of the blue blur. It seemed like a natural next step. Tails' physical appearance was inspired by a kitsune, or kitsune, or the 9,362 other ways to pronounce that word. I know somebody in the comments is gonna tell me, that's not how you say the word, Stormi. And I'm gonna be like, I say it how I want, because I can't English, I can't Japanese, so a kitsune, a mythical fox-like creature from Japan that had multiple tails. Looks like the basic ingredients were all there from the beginning. In his earlier designs, Tails was shown with a prominent snout, and his fur color was much more orange than it is today. In the earlier Archie Sonic comics, Tails' fur color was more of a light brown, like on this cover for issue number 3. But actually, due to the wide variety of artists who worked on the Archie Sonic comics, Tails' character design is, quite different depending on which issue you're reading. Every character has their own backstory, but unfortunately, Tails' past and backstory has been somewhat difficult to pin down over the years, partially due to being a character in so many different types of media. Depending on which game you play, show you watch, or comic you read, you might get an entirely different picture of Tails' origin story. Here are just a few of the many examples. In Sonic 2 for the Master System and Game Gear, Tails is one of the animal residents on South Island, and he writes a letter to Sonic begging to be rescued. Sonic must then collect the Chaos Emeralds and free Tails as well as the other inhabitants of the island from Robotnik's crystal egg. A somewhat more obscure backstory is found in Tails' adventure for the Game Gear, where Tails resides on Coco Island. He is rudely awakened from a forest nap by explosions and a panicked Flicky who tells him that the island is being torn apart for the Chaos Emeralds by the Battle Bird Armada. Thus, Tails sets off on his first heroic adventure to save the island and its avian inhabitants. Going back to the Archie Sonic comics for a moment, Tails' earliest memories depict him as an orphan of the city of Mobotropolis as a result of the Great War. He is raised early in life by Rosie Woodchuck before becoming a surrogate family member of the Freedom Fighters of Knothole. In the better-known Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Genesis and Mega Drive, Tails is found living on West Side Island, where he was constantly pushed around and made fun of for being different due to his twin appendages. Left alone and dejected, one day Tails saw Sonic run by at the speed of sound and promised himself right then and there that he would be just as cool, fast, and heroic as the iconic blue hedgehog. Going off on a side tangent for a moment, I think this story right here is kind of like the reason I relate to Tails. Because, yay, I was, bullied, made fun of a lot, all the time. Then again, I'm pretty sure a lot of us were, and I think that's why so many of us actually relate to this two-tailed fox. But getting back on topic, this backstory is what Sega and Sonic Team have stuck with for the majority of the modern Sonic games. But in another story, Tails worked for years as a burger cook at a major fast food chain. Just kidding. When it comes to Tails' namesake, things weren't always set in stone. Whereas Sega of America liked the name Tails, Sega of Japan actually preferred their play on words name of Miles Prower, aka miles per hour, just in case anyone didn't get it out there. I'm just glad they didn't try to use kilometers in some way though, because,
Tails? Tails? Where is that fox? Kilometers.
Eventually, Sega of America and Japan came to a compromise, with Miles Prower being his full name and Tails being a nickname. Alright, time for a little trivia. Do you know in which game Tails first appeared? If you answered Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Genesis and Mega Drive, you are so hecking close, but wrong. Tails' pilot episode, so to speak, was actually in Sonic 2 for the Sega Master System, roughly 1 month before the Genesis/Mega Drive release. But after his quiet first appearance on the Master System, Tails played his most well-known role as Sonic's new sidekick on the Sega Genesis/Mega Drive in 1992. Many people didn't really know what to think of Sonic's little flying sidekick, and if you hadn't thoroughly read the game's instruction manual, back when those were a thing, you might have assumed that Tails was a cat, or a dog, or maybe even a girl. Yeah, a lot of people thought he was a girl for some reason. You also might not have known that you could plug a second controller into the console and actually take limited control of Tails. Although, aside from trying to keep up with Sonic, he didn't really have much functionality. Like you couldn't fly, for instance, even though he has two tails. That actually bothered me a lot when I was a kid, but he was a lovable little tag-along nonetheless. Well, that and... it wasn't until the next major installment in the Sonic game series that Tails really began to shine through. Starting with Sonic 3 on the Genesis, Tails very quickly won over the hearts of players with his incredibly cute design and fun new flying ability. Kind of felt like cheat mode sometimes. Plugging a second controller into the console would even allow another player to control Tails and fly while you played as Sonic. The perfect little sibling character, if I do say so myself. Since then, Tails has played a key role in almost all of the subsequent entries in the Sonic franchise. He's co-starred in multiple TV shows like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic X, and Sonic Boom, just to name a few. He's been playable in plenty of modern Sonic games like the Sonic Adventure series and Sonic Heroes. Even when he hasn't been playable, Tails has almost played a role in every piece of Sonic media to date. Of course, it was only natural he had a place in the Sonic fan community, connecting his supporters of the Fox and creating lifelong friendships along the way. No, seriously, I met one of my best friends through a Tails message board. And if that's not enough for you, my own persona design is based on both Sonic and Tails. Only God knows how many furries were made because of Tails and Sonic. But long story short, this little two-tailed contest winner has been winning ever since. But that about wraps up today's video. This project was a huge undertaking, and I absolutely couldn't have done it without my friends Protowave and Nitro. Seriously, thank y'all so gosh darn hecking much for helping me with this. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more FurryTales vids, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what characters I should cover next. And of course, like, subscribe, share this video around, and consider supporting me on my Patreon for perks like early access to vids, my Discord server, and more. Anyways, I'll see yous all next time. Bye bye!
Shout out goes to Frey the Duchy, who has supported me on my Patreon since March 2019. If you want to join this lovely crew of fluffs for perks like my Discord server, deleted scenes, and more, consider supporting me on my Patreon. Also, it's almost 6 in the morning. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.